Dying Light 2 was scheduled to release at the end of 2021. However, due to time and fixing up the game, they pushed it all the way back into 2022, early 2022, January to February. And when the game released, I loved it. I mean, I got it late, so I was a bit more lucky with the bugs. However, the game did have massive problems. Dying Light 2's bugs apparently were horrific on launch, and even for me, who played it I think 3 months after launch, the bugs were still pretty prominent. However, Dying Light 2's story, characters, narrative, gameplay, dialogue choices, endings is fantastic, and I'm not seeing why people aren't talking about it. So I thought I would do the game some justice, and I thought I'd talk about it today because not a lot of people are talking about it, and it's 2023 now. So I thought, this is sort of a pushback video to say, people, you need to play Dying Light 2 because it's great. Okay, so let's just talk about Dying Light 2 for a while. Okay, to start with, Dying Light 2 is obviously the sequel to Dying Light 1, a incredibly successful game in the early 2010s. So even that, I mean, I think it shows that, people should be hyped for this game, and people were hyped. For me, Dying Light 2, I was hyped from the trailer, and to do that with me, I think is very difficult. Though I am easily pleased when it comes to trailers, I watch E3 and I watch the Xbox, showcase and the PS showcase and Game of the Year, and they have showcases there, and I do get hyped about trailers. However, it's hard to get me to watch a trailer over and over again. There are very few trailers that I've done that for. One such, and my favourite trailer of all time, is the Red Dead Redemption 2 launch trailer. That's probably my favourite trailer of all time, followed closely by Watch Dogs. I mean, don't get me wrong, Atomic Heart, that trailer is fantastic, beautiful trailer showing gameplay and, the whole robots and stuff. That game looks sick, by the way. I haven't played it yet myself, but I'll get on that. However, Dying Light 2 is also one of those games that hooked me like that. I mean, it got me so quickly, and I was very excited to play. So picture this. It's 2022, and I was feeling very upset because 2021 and 2020 were shit years for me. Not just in terms of games, but pretty normally just shit years. 2021 was better, but more games, so it was shit. The only game I'd really enjoyed in 2021 that released in that year anyway, I mean, I'd played prior games, but games that actually released in 2021, the only game I had enjoyed was Halo Infinite, yeah. And then that soon died off afterwards. So I was left with pretty much nothing to do, and I saw the trailer for Dying Light 2 and something clicked in my head. Not as hard as it did with Elden Ring, but something popped and I could feel the excitement. Dying Light 1 sold something like 15 million copies, and I realised it was the same people making it, and I've never played Dying Light 1. I know a lot about the game, but I've never played it. And I looked at the trailer, and I thought, holy shit, this is a company that cares about the game. I've got to put faith in this. And whilst my faith was rocky, I ended up buying the game a couple months after it released, because I can't remember what exactly I was playing before that, but I think I was playing Mafia, I think? No, Far Cry. I was playing one of the Far Cries, I believe, before Dying Light 2. And I bought Dying Light 2, and I went into it, and I loved it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the combat, or rather not the combat, but the parkour and stuff like that, it's not as fluent as the original game. But, oh my god, the story and the characters and the graphics and the open world and the combat and the parkour, it is just top-notch shit. And not a lot of people are talking about this, so this is sort of a condensed video, just like my Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 video, but it's more condensed. I just want to talk about why people aren't, talking about Dying Light 2 and how you should play it, and what audience I feel like this would appeal to a lot. People like to rip on zombie games a lot, and I can completely and utterly understand that, because when we have really bad survival zombie games like that Solid Snake one, oh Jesus, I understand that. And the zombie industry as a whole is so outdone. I mean, even to the point where like ghouls in Fallout might as well be fucking zombies, because like, lol, that's just how it is now. But no, Dying Light 2 is a zombie game. no shit. But oh my god, is it good and grounded. So not only do you fight zombies, but you're fighting humans, and the combat feels different, and there's different kinds. My best way to describe it, my perfect pick for people who like other games, would be people who like Fallout games, and people who like survival slash zombie games, obviously. So my top 3 games, I'd say gamers who have played other games that would like this. Fallout players, mix in a bit of the original Dying Light 2 players, and Sons of the Forest players, I think would definitely love this game. Fallout players, because it's got such a... Me and my mate used to watch me play it for a while, and he used to say, and I quote this, it's Fallout with zombies. And it pretty much is. It's Fallout with zombies and no guns, which is true. I feel like that guy who, went up to the Far Cry developer and went, it's Skyrim with guns. But, no. Yeah, it's Fallout with zombies, pretty much. Which, a lot of people may go, ugh. But no, it's great. The RPG mechanics and, the choices are done so well. And the amount you can explore is fantastic. So, Fallout players, I feel like, that's a good shout for you guys. Especially since there's no sign of Fallout 5 releasing anytime soon. Yeah, I'd hop on that. And then other fan bases, Left 4 Dead community definitely would love this, and like I say, Sons of the Forest also. It's got crafting in it, but it takes such a back seat. It's more, I'd say those two more about the sort of survival instinct of it, being out at night and sneaking around and scavenging and stuff like that. So I feel like that's why people would like it. So yeah, there's so much to love about this game. I mean, there just really is. Dying Light 2 released at the very start of the year, and I think it was also then washed over by Elden Ring's huge and, grateful success, which I'm very glad it did success. But I feel like Dying Light 2's sort of been washed over a little bit. And people, please buy it. Please play it. I'm not sponsored or anything. Just play the game. I think it's a game that devs have put a lot of time in. And yes, was it buggy? Yes, was it a mess? No, it should not have launched like that. However, the devs really do care. Just lately they did a catch-up for what they're going to be doing in 2023, which I think's more devs need to do. 343, it'd be nice to hear a lot more from you guys. However, it's made by people who care, and the game is gorgeous. Not only is the setting gorgeous, not only are the visuals gorgeous, the game itself is just gorgeous, and it's a game that a lot of people would like. I was also very skeptical about the guns in the game. So there's no guns pretty much in the game at all, because it's set in a city where there's obviously no guns, which makes sense I suppose because it's 20 years after the outbreak or something. So guns are going to become more torn and worn, and ammo's going to be more scarce. No one's reproducing ammo, are they? So it's going to get harder and harder. So I was very skeptical. I sort of went, oh, no guns, that's a pain in the ass. However, the combat is so good, so fluent, so fun. I feel like if you did throw in guns to the game now, it just wouldn't work. Because you know what I mean. The combat is just so refined, and it's just great. I love the combat. You can really Sorry, what I meant to say there is you can really feel. But you can really feel the dynamic between switching from fighting zombies and switching from fighting humans. And I know that sounds really obvious, but the game I've just played is Arkham Knights. Gotham Knights. Yeah, I forgot. Gotham Knights is it's shit. I mean, it's not shit. It's just so mid. But one of my biggest complaints with that game is every faction you fight between, they pretty much all feel the same. I mean, nothing really. There's different enemy types, but they all feel like the same to fight. Nothing feels. There's no faction or enemy type that feels stronger or superior than the other. They just feel mid. They all just feel mid. And Dying Light 2 really stands out that depending on the faction or depending on the zombies or the types that you're fighting, it's different. It switches. So all of that stuff it switches, which is really nice. And the combat is refined. It's fun. I enjoy it. I feel like people would enjoy it, and yeah. There's been a lot of hate for the main character. I don't agree with the hate. The hate is that he's a bit bland, but he's sort of meant to be bland. The whole story as a general is a bit of a cliche. It's the whole find my sister, find my daughter, find my father story. But I don't care. Like, I think it works completely fine. I feel like he's only sort of there to, you know, branch you out into the main story, which I think's absolutely fine. But yeah, guys, if you've played Dying Light 2, let me know in the comments what you think. If you like the video, maybe give it a like. Subscribe, feel free to. It's absolutely free. And I've been told to say this because it's what all the YouTubers are saying right now. 0% of you are subscribed, so if you would like to subscribe, that would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all soon.